Christmas. Call me. Love, Owen. Hi, Mrs. Corey.
Oh, hello, Deborah. How are you?
I'm all right. When you said 10 minutes, it really was 10 minutes. Come on in. The tea's almost ready.
Oh, I intended to stop by yesterday to wish you a Merry Christmas, but my friend called. She's not feeling well again, I'm afraid, so I had to rush off to care for her.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but my friends came over and took very good care of me.
Oh, I've been so worried about you ever since I heard about you being abducted by that maniac. I kept my radio on all night, just praying to hear good news.
Well, it was frightening, but everything turned out all right.
Do the police have any idea who did this to you?
No, but we're working on it.
Oh, I just don't know how you can put yourself in such potentially dangerous situations.
It's my job. That's what I get paid to do.
Well, if you ask me, your night in the woods took more out of you than you think. You look mighty pale, my dear.
Well, I'm planning on resting for a couple of days.
Well, just as soon as we've had our tea, I'm going to leave and let you get some rest.
Oh, by the way, it's probably ready by now.
Oh, by the way, I hope you got the little present I sent over. I know it's not much, but...
Oh, it's very thoughtful of you, Mrs. Corey, making a whole big fruitcake like this. Shouldn't have.
Well, I hope you like fruitcake. It's so traditional this time of the year.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, you haven't had any yet.
Well, to tell you the truth, my friends brought over so much food yesterday. We didn't really want to have two desserts. But I just thought we might as well have it together.
Well, that cake will go nicely with the tea. It's from a very special recipe.
Oh, well, I can't wait to taste it.
Oh, what are we waiting for?
It's thick. Okay, here, hand me your plate.
Oh, all right.
Golly, it's so full of nuts and fruit. Okay, I'm gonna use my fingers. What the heck? Oh, it's so good.
Oh, I'm so glad you like it.
Mrs. Corey, you haven't even touched your slice.
Oh, well, I'm afraid this is going to have to be your second helping, my dear.
Oh, come on now. You've got to have a bite of your own fruitcake.
Oh, wouldn't I love it? But no, I'm afraid I'm just going to have to watch you enjoy yours.
Don't tell me you're on a diet.
Something like that. Oh, I'm not worried about my girlish figure. I lost that a long time ago. No, but I do have to watch my health. Well, I'm not allowed to eat anything sweet.
That's funny. I remember the last time you were here, you had a lot of pastry with me.
Oh, yes, I know. But I'm a naughty old woman sometimes. But my doctor made me promise to be good from now on.
Well, I know what you mean. I have the same problem. I haven't been getting much exercise lately. I've got to watch what I eat so I don't get fat.
Look, while you were in the hospital, did the doctors get any clue as to why you've been feeling so ill?
Not a clue. They told me that I have to rest and hope that whatever it is gets out of my system.
Well, you're just going to have to let me be more of a help to you, Deborah.
Oh, Mrs. Corey, that's sweet of you, but you don't have to, really.
Oh, well, we'd be doing each other a favor. I'm an old woman, Deborah. The only thing I have plenty of is time on my hands. I can't think of a better way of occupying myself than by helping others. And I want so much to care for you.
I'm lucky to have a neighbor like you, Mrs. Corey. Excuse me.
Oh, sure.
Hello?
Deborah, I finally managed to track you down.
Owen?
Oh, God, I can't tell you how wonderful it is to hear your voice again.
Where are you?
I'm still in Los Angeles. How are you feeling?
I'm okay, I guess.
Yeah. I called the police headquarters, and they said you were in the hospital. Monticello General just wouldn't give out any information. I've been worried sick about you. You must have gone through hell the other night.
Well, I wasn't aware that my ordeal was something that hit the news in California.
Nola told me what happened.
Nola? How did she know?
I got a call from her the other night. Nola decided to cut short her Caribbean vacation, and when she arrived in Monticello, your disappearance was all over the news.
So Nola's back. When did you get back? Do you know?
I don't know. Oh, it must have been awful for you, Deborah. As soon as I heard about it, I wanted to drop everything here and just fly out to Monticello.
Well, I wish you had, but I know that you've got a lot of work out there in California.
Well, I am right in the middle of a distribution deal. Tell me, did they catch the guy who abducted you?
No, not yet.
You know, I'm not a violent man. But I'm telling you, if they left me in the same room with that guy, I don't know what I'd do. Well, listen, tell me, Deborah, how did it all happen anyway?
Well, it was partly my fault, I guess. I wasn't feeling very well, but I went ahead and took an assignment as a decoy.
My God, that's terribly dangerous work. I didn't know you did things like that.
Well, I told you this wasn't the safest job in the world.
I know, but to put yourself into so much danger.
Well, that's what they paid me for. I don't know. I guess I shouldn't have done it, but the guy was unusually clever, and I was unusually inept, I guess.
Well, you could have been killed. It was bad enough as it was, from what Nola said.
Well, I spent the night in the woods, Owen, that's all. I mean, it was no picnic, but that was a joke.
I'm sorry. I'm just not finding any of this very amusing. I'm very worried about you, Deborah.
Oh, Owen, look, I'm fine. I really am. I'm home now. I'm safe and sound. I had a nice Christmas.
Without me?
I had your roses. I got them. They're beautiful, Owen. Yeah.
Wish I could have delivered them in person.
I wish you... Tell me about your Christmas. What did you do? Did you see Brian and Paige?
Yeah, I saw them. They're both fine. Only thing is that their happiness reminded me. I miss you. I miss you so much. Well, listen, I guess you must be pretty tired, huh?
Well, I am a little weak, I guess.
Okay. Well, listen, I'll call you tomorrow, all right? I love you.
I miss you, Owen, so much. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Another well-wisher?
Yes.
Well, come on now. It's time for your second slice.
Whoops. Oh, almost empty.
1 month, Miles. 1 month before I'll be tooling around Monticello in my brand new candy apple red car.
It certainly overshadows all your other gifts, isn't it? You're lucky to have a mother who can afford to be that generous.
Yeah, I am.
Guess now with Elliot gone, she's a little bit lonely. So it's understandable if she wants to focus a lot more attention on you.
You know, I really think Draper's starting to understand that.
Well, good. Good. Glad to hear things are starting to be ironed out between the two of them.
Oh, yeah, I can't tell you. It certainly makes me relax a bit knowing that the two of them are finally getting along.
Well, now all you have to do is put your mind at ease about one other matter, and things will be just about perfect.
Oh, now, what's that supposed to mean?
Oh, Draper told me you were having trouble sleeping again. You know, it is not healthy for a pregnant lady to go around constantly in a state of fatigue.
Miles, I would love to get a good night's rest, and that means, though, that I can't dream.
The more you think about that dream, April, the more often it's going to recur.
Miles, I can't help it, but it reminds me of the time last year when I was dreaming and they were all coming true.
Just don't start thinking of yourself again as a fortune teller or a witch. Now,
Well,
those people only show up in movies.
All right, all right. By the way, speaking of movies, speaking of witches, for that matter, have you heard anything more about Mansion of the Damned?
Me? No, I haven't.
Well, I guess it'll take a while before that movie comes out. But I'll tell you, I'm real curious to see it, aren't you?
Not especially.
Oh, come on, you are too. A movie made right here in Monticello and a movie with people that we know in it.
That's true. Does have people I know in it.
You know, I'll bet. Even though I know people in the movie, it'll still scare the daylights out of me. Not that I believe in witchcraft or witches or anything like that. But I know a lot of people still do, don't they?
Well, there was a time when a lot more people believed in them, back in the days of old Salem.
Oh, come on. They weren't real witches then. They were just ordinary people accused of being witches. Right? Hello?
I'm sorry, what?
Where were you? What were you thinking about?
About witches. About Salem. I just had a thought.
You sure you don't want something to eat?
Positive.
All right, you're smart. In this place, they give you indigestion pills instead of after-dinner mints.
Yeah. Look, if you don't mind, I'd like to get down to business.
Yeah, well, then I'd like to get paid.
$500, nothing larger than 20s, as agreed.
Thank you.
Aren't you going to count it?
You got an honest face.
If what you tell me is worthwhile, there's more where that came from.
Yeah? Well, what do I have to do to get invited back?
Just be open, honest with me.
I already told you. I'll let you in on all I know, just as long as nothing I say winds up in an indictment against me.
And I already told you that all names and places will be changed.
You gotta protect the innocent, right? Hey, listen. I've heard about when cops put the squeeze on newspaper reporters to get certain information they want. You know, sometimes they even throw them in jail for contempt of court. How do I know that if they ask you to help them out, you won't sing like a bird?
Unless you want to go into a lengthy discussion about my feelings about the First Amendment, you will just have to trust me. I will protect you.
Let's get started. What do you want to know?
Okay, let me set this up.
Hey, no tape recorders, lady. Put that thing away or I don't say a word.
Oh, what,
Look, all I need is for a lost tape to end up on Chief Mallory's desk. Huh? I'm sorry, you're gonna have to trust your memory.
All right, if I take any notes.
Yeah. You wanna know about when I was a kid? I was a cute son of a gun.
You were you? Well, I tell you what, why don't we save that? Tell me now, why did you get involved in the business?
Well, money was the main thing. You sure we're here alone?
Yes.
Yeah? You know, I'm taking a lot of risks being here, so I gotta be
know.
careful.
Yes.
You sure you didn't tell anybody that you were gonna be here?
Benny, why do you ask that?
Because there's a guy sitting at the end of the bar who wasn't here when I came in.
This is a public place.
Yeah, well, I happen to know all the people in this joint, and he ain't one of them. And besides, he looks a lot different than the kind of people that come here anyway.
So what?
So what? So I think maybe he's a cop, and maybe
I
this is
did
a setup.
not notify the police, Benny.
Yeah, well, you turn around and take a look at this guy, and you tell me he doesn't have Law and Order written all over his face. Go ahead. Go ahead, look at him. Go ahead, look at him. You do know him. Oh, I thought I could trust you, lady. Well, the deal is off. is it?
It's the house detective. You got a man in there? If not, let me in.
Cliff, I'm not in the mood.
Hey, open this door, I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow it down.
You've got enough hot air, you probably could.
Now there's a rejection that I've learned to allow. Ho, 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 Merry Christmas.
Oh. What'd you do? You buy this with your own money? Did you find it on my doorstep?
See, you already got another one, huh? I paid for that with my hard-earned cash. If you don't believe me, I got the receipt. Oh, that is what I'd really like to give you. That's a picture of a mink coat. Now, you see, save that. And when I open up my law offices in New York, Rome, and Paris, give it to me, and I'll give you the real thing.
Gee, thanks.
Well, don't you think I deserve a Christmas kiss for that? Hmm? Oh, come on, you can do better than that. Too much for you, huh? Well, I was going to get you a dozen roses. So you already got those, too, huh? Owen Poopsie?
Do that.
If you don't mind, I'll remove these. I think I'm allergic to them. Whenever I see how much these things cost, it makes me sneeze. Guess they wilted when they saw how beautiful you were, hmm?
I feel beautiful today.
Well, I came over to nurse you back to health.
Cliff, I don't know what's the matter with me. This morning I was feeling fine. Today, all of a sudden, about an hour ago, I started getting weak again.
Hey, you want me to run down to the supermarket and buy some of that homemade chicken soup?
No, I don't think that would do the trick.
Well, look, it couldn't hurt.
No, I've got food. I've got food in my kitchen.
Well, terrific, because I am starved.
Well, there's some fruitcake in there on the sink. You can have that if you want.
This looks fabulous. Where'd you get it?
My next-door neighbor, Mrs. Corey, she made it for me.
Hey.
She's a good cook. I've been eating
Next
it all
time she
day.
makes some, tell her to make a double batch so she can make some for me. I love this. You know, nothing means Christmas more to me than fruitcake.
Yeah.
And all the nuts and the cherries in there. And, hey, second thought, maybe you better tell her to forget it.
What's the matter?
The cake is inedible.
Why?
Well, it's got raisins in it. See? I hate raisins. You don't know whether you're eating the raisins or the dead flies.
Oh, God, Cliff, please, I don't want you around.
Hey, wait a minute. Are you all right? What, you look pale.
I feel cold. I don't
You
understand.
may feel cold, but boy, you're burning up.
I'm so sick of being sick.
Hey, take it easy, take it
What's
easy.
the matter with me?
Are you all right? Look. What's your doctor's number?
Kavanaugh. Miles
What's his
Home-
number?
It's in my book.
Where's your
I
book?
don't know, over there.
All right, now take it easy, all right? Try and take deep breaths, okay? Maybe you should, are you sure that... You want a glass of water or something like that? Kavanaugh, with the C, right? Kavanaugh. Okay. Listen, sure I can't get you something to keep you warmer? Hey, look, I need Dr. Kavanaugh, all right? Quick. Well, look, you find him, all right? You tell him Deborah Saxon's sick again and he's got to get over here real quick, all right? Hurry.
Is anybody there?
If it isn't one of my favorite customers. How you doing, Mrs. Corey?
Hello, Benny. Is my order ready?
You bet. I made it up for you myself.
I assume you were able to get all the flowers I requested?
Hey, Benny always comes through, you know that. He made a real nice selection, you know?
I especially like those red ones.
Yeah, I know what you mean. They go real well with the yellows and the greens.
Well, your flowers certainly help to brighten my day.
Well, this bunch is gonna make you feel fantastic. I can promise you that. And, just to keep them healthy, here's a little plant food for you, okay?
Well, as soon as I find myself in the need of another bouquet, I'll be in touch.
Well, good. You got my number. Enjoy 'em.
Thank you, Benny. Bye.
Goodbye, Grandma.
Yes, Dr. Kavanaugh, the witches of Salem. Thinking of using witchcraft in your practice?
No, I'm an MD, not a witch doctor.
Did you want to borrow the book?
No, as a matter of fact, I'll just browse through it here. Something I want to look up.
Okay, then.
It was perhaps because she burst into incredulous laughter at the hysterical fits thrown by the young woman who brought the charges of witchcraft against so many citizens of Salem that the old woman found herself among the accused. Ann Putnam made the accusation, and the old woman declared in court that she was a gospel woman, but the girls cried out, "Gospel witch, gospel witch," and even though she continued to deny the charges, Martha Corey was hanged. Martha Corey. It is her. It's Nola Madisson.